we're going to move on towards the presentation of some sociological research. We've seen the first PowerPoint presentation. We're going to see one now about the impact of war on mental health. And some slides will come up, and I use my little magic doodah. And here we have it. Okay, let's look at the first slide then, if we can. I'm pressing buttons and hoping desperately that something will appear. And there it is. This is a very important fact, and those of you who are not from Ukraine will probably agree with it. It's obvious to us that wars and conflicts, both current and historical, have far-reaching consequences beyond the war zones. Specifically, in the case of Russia's war on Ukraine, nearly half the respondents across the world of all the surveyed nations feel the effects of this war. Obviously, Ukraine feels it more than anyone, but all nations do. A lot of people, a lot of citizens around the world are losing sleep and having nightmares and worrying about the war. It's a very strong feeling, very strong. And over a third of people, it shows us here, report feeling affected by conflicts that have occurred over the past century. They underscore the profound and enduring impact of conflicts on the mental health and well-being of individuals worldwide, regardless of their proximity to the war itself. Let's have a look at the next one.
Так, а зараз ми хочемо подивитися, як це впливає, власне, на наших
And now we want to have a look at how this influences our teenagers. Among the age groups surveyed, it's notable that 13 to 15-year-olds are the most likely to feel affected by the wars, both Russia's war on Ukraine today and other conflicts in the past. These findings highlight how fragile is a young generation. Today, we will talk more on their fragility and sources of resilience.
And here you can see
Тут ви можете побачити. Yes, and here you can see some quotes which speak more than figures. I will read. Every time when I hear about the war in the news, I feel become distrustful of people and feel sad. I'm affected by war, seeing innocent people losing their lives or being left with consequences. This Brazilian citizen.
Yeah, and war also has an emotional impact. Among individuals unaffected by conflicts and wars, 57% have faced emotions that hinder their ability to cope with daily activities. This percentage significantly increases to 74% among those very affected by war. And this latter group is notably more likely to experience feelings of fear, restlessness, and sleeplessness as a result of these emotional challenges. During the wartime, the role of people and connections becomes much more critical. Among those unaffected by world conflicts, 33% rely on family for emotional support, but this reliance on family doubles to 66% for those who are directly affected by war. They highlight the central role that I'm sure we all instinctively understand of family and of support networks during periods of heightened global uncertainty and stress.
Ну і люди плекають свою стійкість та сповнюються надією. Варто відзначити, що люди з країн, де відбулася війна, можуть демонструвати більшу стійкість психічного здоров'я порівняно з людьми з країн, які не постраждали від конфліктів.
And people, noteworthy that people from nations where war was occurred, many exhibit greater mental health resilience compared to those in nations introduced by recent conflicts. For those very affected by what conflict, 62% expect their mental health to improve over the next 3 years. Similarly, 58% of those moderately affected by world conflict share the expectation, while 52% of those not affected by world conflict hold the same outlook. This finding is an evidence that we should look for solutions which could help those affected by the war to take leap of the post-trauma development, not disorder, during the recovery after the war.
Отже, про все, що промовляють ці цифри, ми ґрунтовніше будемо зараз говорити.
So we're going to talk in more details about the results of these figures in